Hey everybody, how's it going? Travel Man Dan here, and welcome to the Just One Beer Show. Today's going to be so exciting. We have a delicious beer to go ahead and review. I am pumped up to be here, and hopefully you are too. Welcome to the show. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. If you're a longtime viewer and part of the regular audience or the hashtag AO25, welcome back. Good to have you here. I just want to tell you a little bit about the show. If you've never seen this particular show before, what we do is, this isn't the weekly beer and video review show that we have each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. This is the Just One Beer Show. It is a little bit different. The format's a little bit different. And because we were able, hey, Barrow, welcome to the show. And because we weren't able to put out a regular scheduled Friday video, whether it be Travel Man Dan and my travel adventures, whether it be Reading Man Dan or a Food Friday episode, I decided to go ahead and throw you one of these Just One beers. We do a couple of them throughout the year, and then when I go back home, we usually do one every single day, so it's a sloshy 10 days of drinking. But welcome to the show. If this is your first time, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're a regular, Eating Schisms here, welcome. Barrow's in the house, welcome, welcome. All right, we got a fun show because we have an exciting beer, a beer that I've been dying to try out, a beer that I've passed a few times after I heard about it, but I definitely wanted to try it. I've been hearing a lot about this style of beer. I've been just hearing a lot about this brewery. Matter of fact, we've actually reviewed this brewery a few times on this show. When I talk about we, I'm talking about my counterpart, the Test Bunny. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me bring in him, and he is the Test Bunny. Welcome to the show. What's up, Nate?
Travel Man Dan, how you doing, brother?
Good, man. What's going on with you?
Hey, man. Just got through another week, so excited to try this beer.
Okay, yeah, this beer is going to be fun. Eaton says hi. Yo, Brendan's here. Welcome, Brendan, to the show. Welcome, Brendan Messick. Well, we're going to get into the beer in a little bit, Nate, but before we go on, I'd like to go ahead and break off into a little melody because that is the call from Brendan. It is his birthday today. He's out at some Mexican restaurant enjoying it with his family, waiting in line. Maybe they're still driving there, but why not? Let's go ahead and wish him a happy birthday. A one, a two, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brendan. Murph, Murph, Murph. Happy birthday to you.
Hey.
All right. Happy birthday, Brendan. Hope you have a great day. I hope you have a wonderful year. Don't ever get an attitude like your brother. And, well, enjoy that Mexican food tonight. Nate, how's it going, my man?
Hey, great day, great night. Looking forward to trying this. Have you dropped with the beers yet?
No, I haven't. But
I'm going to leave it up to you then.
Now is a good time. Guys, it's time to drop on into the beer. Like I said, we're not going to be doing What Would You Rather. We're not going to be doing Show and Tell. We're definitely not doing This Day in History. We're just going to review one beer. We're not going to talk about videos. We're just going to talk about just one beer. So, without further ado, let me bring you in from the San Diego, California. That's a little bit lower than me. It is the real California Surfside party. It is the fun, good stuff, the beach, the things that you look forward to when you see California. Guys, I'm talking about Al Smith Brewing, and they bring us Speedway Stouts. Whoa, Speedway Stout. Look at that guy right there. That right there is a nice-looking can. Now, Nate,
cool, man.
You like the can right away, huh? Because we're
it reminds me of the checkered flag at the end.
Oh, how does it go? Yeah, okay. Speaking of, I bet you don't recognize this get-up that I'm wearing. You might think I'm a loon. You might think that, well, it was probably at his work. He had Decades Day, and he's dressed like he's 1931. Yeah, my name is Chuck Trafalski, and I'm from Kenosha, Wisconsin. I work as packaging receiving at a milk company. But actually, this costume, speaking of raceway and speedway stouts, is actually from a movie that I did a few years ago called, can you guess it, Nate?
I don't know which one. No.
Seabiscuit. Yeah.
Oh, Seabiscuit. I was going to say it was like a Prohibition thing.
Yeah, that same time, same era. I happened to walk off with this hat.
I like that hat.
Yeah, this is a classic hat, dude. This is a good one. Thank you, Barrow. Well, anyway, that's what the Get Up's all about. Guys, let's go ahead and try this Imperial Stout from Al Smith, the Speedway Stout, okay? It is brewed with coffee. Can is looking sweet. Nate, I'm guessing that this beer is pretty dark. I'm guessing that it's pretty black.
It's going to be black. It's made with coffee. So do you know what distinguishes an Imperial Stout, Travelman Dan?
No, I don't. Would you go ahead and tell us?
Yeah, so, obviously the book that I show everybody all the time, I got two. I got Tasting Beer, and then I have the Beer Bible. But the Imperial Stout, as explained by Tasting Beer, is stronger still. The Imperial designation derives from the style's popularity with the Russian monarchy through most of the 18th century. So that's where the name comes from. It's typically going to be an elevated stout with a higher ABV, somewhere in between 8 and 12, maybe 8 and 13%. A regular stout is going to be somewhere in between 5 and 7. So this is going to be a banger.
This is going to be an absolute banger, 12%. Thanks for that little breakdown. Marie Messick says, we're on our way to the restaurant to celebrate B's birthday. That's Brendan, and that's Brendan's wife. And we have you on speaker, TMD. Dang, you can sing. Yes. Well, I do, and I'll accept. Okay, welcome, Chris Duncan.
What's up, Chris?
Another kid from Kenmore. Okay, thank you, Barrow. Says I look great. I appreciate that. Welcome to the show. Let's go ahead and crack this Imperial Stout. Let's crack it.
Nope. You want to hear it, guys? Boom. Oh, it got on the screen. Do.
All right, I'm not getting much of a smell coming out of this
Ooh,
thing.
You're not?
No, are you?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, it smells like chocolate and coffee.
I'm not getting that, but
I'm getting a ton of coffee, man.
All right, I'm not getting much of it. Same type of can, so nothing's skewy here. Let's go ahead and pour it in. I'm sure it's going to look pretty thick and dark. Let's go ahead. Oh yeah.
We're going to use a tulip. It says on the can. What I like about this can, we'll talk about it a little bit more later, is it tells you what glassware to use. AleSmith does that. It's pretty cool.
That is cool.
That thing is dark, dude.
Oh yeah, look at that. It looks like a coffee. No head going on there. Not a lot of carbonation. Nice even pour. And like I said, and like Nate said, this is a 12%er. Okay, that's a lot of bang for the buck. He's got the little tulip going. All right, I'm pumped up to hear the review on this one. Says Brendan, we are too. We're pumped up. That's a beautiful sound. Well, are you talking about the old voice of TMD or probably the crack of the can? Probably, most likely,
or both.
Right. Or both. All right, guys. Well, Nate, cheers, man. Happy Friday.
Cheers.
Tink, tink. Psh. Okay, let's go ahead and try this one out.
Oh, I'm surprised you don't smell that coffee. It's pretty strong.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Dude, that's really thick and syrupy. Wow.
Yeah, that's definitely thick. As oddly as it tastes, because it's good. I'm going to be honest with you. I like the first sip.
Yep.
It tastes a lot. What I taste a lot of, I don't taste any chocolate. Maybe a small hint of chocolate. But what I really taste is a strong, flourishing flavor of some type of bean. Okay, I know it's coffee bean, but I taste beans, almost like, remember yellow wax beans in the can? That's what it tastes like to me. I definitely taste that beanery flavor. It's got a nice aftertaste of some coffee going down after. But overall, not a bad sip, not super carbonated. Definitely feel that this is going to be a strong beer. Nate?
Yeah, I disagree. It's not that I disagree. I taste it differently. I think there's a ton of chocolate. It's very malty. The IBU is going to be pretty low on this. It's not very bitter. I mean, there's a bitterness to it, but not like an IPA bitter. But it's definitely bitter. It's malty, toffee kind of flavor, almost a dark, like burnt caramel. That's what I'm getting. So I kind of like that. Like I told you the other day, I'm really getting into stouts, and that's because I think it's something that, when I used to drink the way I used to drink without actually trying to figure out what the beer was all about, I was just drinking as fast as I can. Now I'm trying to appreciate it more. And through that process, I'm really starting to enjoy this. This is a good one.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with you on that, is that I do taste maybe that's what that beanery taste is, that roasted malt. I definitely taste like some type of molasses flavor, almost like that dried, hardened piece of molasses that goes around the tip of the molasses jar after you screw the cap. You know what I mean? Like it tastes like.
Do you remember Cairo syrup?
No, I don't.
There was like I don't remember what it was. It's from when I was a kid, but there was two kinds. There was a light one, it's basically sugar water, and then there was a dark one. And the dark one had some kind of dark flavor to it. That's what this looks like and kind of tastes like is Cairo syrup.
Well, I'll tell you what, Cairo syrup and scrapple and all things in between. Pennsylvania is kind of like its own country. Now hear me out, man. It really is, because you have Pittsburgh and you have Philadelphia.
Yep.
Pittsburgh's not as big as Philly. Maybe it's a little bit undersized, but they're the two of them together would be like a giant New York. And with that, at the turn of the century, comes this influx of immigrants from all over Europe. And Philadelphia has it with the Italians.
A lot of Italians.
Yeah, and then Pittsburgh, oddly enough, has it with a lot of Eastern Europeans. Mm-hmm. So there's all these weird kind of cultural things. But then in between Philly and Pittsburgh is this little county called Lancaster. And it's all these like hardcore German people. You might know them as the Amish.
The Amish, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's,
it's a weird thing. It's a weird little place. You think...
You know, I still haven't figured that out yet. There we go. Got to go that way.
Just go opposite of what
I like this beer a lot, man.
Yeah,
I like it a lot. And the thing, what I really like about these beers is that, first of all, it's a 12-ounce can, or a 16-ounce can. It's expensive. We'll get to the price later. It's pricey.
Yeah.
But if on a Friday night, if you're not going out, you're having dinner at home, you're just going to relax, one of these, we're going to prove it tonight, does the trick. I have another one in the fridge. I don't know if I'm brave enough to go out.
I'm getting after it.
Two of these is like 8 beers.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get after the other one. I got to be honest with you. I've had a couple of Pacificos before the show. So yeah, I've been busting out the salt rim.
I wonder if that's why you can't smell it and why you can't taste the chocolate.
No, because I made sure that I cleared everything before. I stopped in and I sniffed coffee. Marie says, TMD, Kayla and Murphy like your OOTD. I don't know what that means, but thank you, guys. I like you too.
OOTD. I'm going to look it up.
OOTD. Anybody know what that means? I don't. So this is the Just One Beer Show. Hopefully you guys.
Outfit of the day.
Oh, hey.
I like that. I like your OOTD too.
Oh, thanks, man.
Thank you, Kayla and Murphy.
Yeah. I wish... Maybe it's not that I wish, because I could start doing it, but I knew this guy, Nate, at the observatory where I worked about, I don't know, when I worked there, about 2 years ago, right before the shutdown and whatever. And this guy was great, man. You never really saw him, but he worked in the back. I don't know what he did. I think he did either financial or something with the astronomy. But the dude lived, I'm not even kidding you, like he was in the 1930s. like I'm not even kidding.
So you must have liked this guy.
Dude, I loved him. I only saw him a few times, and I worked there all the time. He would be getting off at the regular 9 to 5 shift, and then I would be going in for the night shift. And he would wear these really weird outfits, like what I'm wearing now. Like this is kind of like a new school shirt. Yeah. If this was actually the 1930s, this wouldn't be as pointy. It would be bigger.
It would be buttoned.
It would be buttoned differently, and it would be kind of like this naturally. And it would just.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this part would have been baggier, like here in the armpit.
There's just the suspenders, man. They make it work.
Thanks. Well, it's just a different cut. But then the pants were like really weird, and he used to carry around this really old lunchbox from the 30s. He had a car from the 30s. Like I'm telling you, the guy would wear glasses like the 30s. It was,
really?
Yeah, it was really cool, man. It was really neat.
Have you ever considered like going full uniform?
Not that way. I have considered. I've had, because I've been broke pretty much my adult life. And, it takes a little money to dress like that. But, I've always thought about wearing the same outfit. but like having 10 different of them, kind of like an action
Yeah.
figure. You know what I mean?
I always kind of wanted to, especially when I was working in New York and I was wearing a suit every day. I always considered doing an actual uniform where I wore the same thing every day, pinstripe suit with a white shirt, black tie.
Really?
I always thought about doing that. Yeah, I always wanted to do it. I thought there's something about people like that I, for some reason, admire.
See, if I had a job in New York City like that, where I wore a suit every day, then I would probably dress like this. I definitely would.
Dude, they wouldn't know what to do with you if you walked in like that every day.
No, see, like I said before, my character's name is Chuck Cherfalski, and I'm from Kenosha, Wisconsin. Now, I work right now on the docks. I'm shipping, receiving at the local like mail or milk delivery place. I'm getting option to move out to Nevada. Actually, they're building the Hoover Dam, and they want me to go out there for $7 a week.
Pretty sure it's already been built.
Hey, bud, play along. You know what I mean? Enough of the shenanigans. Here we are, guys. This is just one beer, guys. All right, we are drinking the Al Smith Speedway Stout. It is a power pack. One thing that I noticed about this beer, Nate, is you do kind of have to drink it slower. You can feel the power of every sip.
I'm already flush. Like I can feel it after. I mean, I've got probably a fourth of it left in here, and I'm about halfway done with this tulip, and I can feel like I had 3 Bud Lights.
First of all, we're gonna go over Bud Light. Bud Light is on my shit list right now, dude.
Why?
Because they ripped off a slogan from a local Buffalo guy, and now they're making millions off it. So this upcoming football season, Bud Light has put out these special cans for special cities, and like I don't know. I don't know if they do all 32 teams, but they definitely have gotten Buffalo. And I think it's like 16 teams, to be honest. And so they take these like cans like this, and they're making these slogans off of it. It's like Bud Light. They're kind of cool, but then they have the slogan. And this guy named Brother Bill, he came up with this slogan, and it was like this thing like when people ask, like, who's going to win between the Buffalo Bills and the Eagles? Buffalo by $1 billion.
Watch it.
You know what I mean? It's like a slogan, like Buffalo by
$1 billion. That's the slogan.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, Buffalo by $1 billion, and it's just.
So they're putting it on the can. So they're gonna. So for the Buffalo version, they'll have the Bills logo, and then the slogan is going to be Buffalo by $1 billion.
Yeah, and they're going to make, I would say, probably millions, maybe.
So you don't think they didn't approach him? Is this like a story in Buffalo?
Yeah, it's a story nationwide. It's going all over Twitter right now about like how they just stole it from Brother Bill.
Really?
Yeah,
that's not cool, man. That's not cool.
Well, it just goes to show you, it's like Brother Bill should have gone ahead and paid the $4.98 to go ahead and get that slogan trademarked.
Trademark, sorry, yeah.
Because that's the outrageous, outlandish spirit of the Buffalo Bills fans. You know, the Bills Mafia. Who's going to win? They're going up against Kansas City, and there are 14-1, and you guys are 1-14. Who's going to win? Buffalo by $1 billion. You know what I mean? And like you'll see every fucking Cherfalski and Faramuska out in the parking lot.
Did you see the score of the Eagles-Pats game last night?
I didn't see it, but I heard about. I was listening in on it because
it was brutal.
Well, the Eagles.
Listen, it's a preseason, man, but it was brutal.
But the Eagles didn't play anybody.
No, they didn't play anybody. The Pats played everybody.
Yeah.
But the first team versus second team blowout, second team versus second team blowout, third team versus third team blowout. They were shut out. So whatever. It's the preseason. It's not a big deal. But I'm a huge Eagles fan, and they look like garbage.
Well, you know how I feel about all that. It's preseason.
the second Speedway Stout, dude.
Oh, dude, the second Speedway Stout. Yeah. So anyway, let's get back into this beer. Nate, tell us a little about the brewery. I know we went over this last week when we went and reviewed Al Smith. Al Smith is becoming one of my favorite breweries. And the thing that I like about Al Smith is it's local. I would say I don't want to say local, but it's
Regional.
close. Yeah, it's close to me. It's close to you. You can get there in about 3 or 4 hours.
Yep.
I can get there about 2 or 3 hours. So I feel a good connection to them, and I feel like the support for this California brewery is nice. So tell us a little bit about AleSmith.
Well, and not only that, I mean, you know, in America, San Diego is regarded as the craft beer capital of the country, maybe of the world. So, in my opinion,
The number one amount of breweries in the United States.
is it per capita? Yeah. So it's that's part of the thing that really intrigues me is that in a very intensely competitive region for craft beer, I believe AleSmith is maybe the best brewer. I think it's better than Ballast Point. I think it's better than Stone. Or no, hold it. Is Stone Escondido?
That's basically San Diego.
Okay. All right. So those are the two big ones, right? I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I can think of?
That off my
those are the heavyweights, with AleSmith being the next one, right?
Yeah.
And I think as a brewery, in all the beers I've tried, everyone has been phenomenal, from 394 to the Cloud Stream to this one. I just think an exceptional brewery. Whenever you go on to Rate Beer or Beer Advocate, any of those websites, and you look at their scores, their beers are routinely 90, 95, 100 scores. That doesn't mean everything. That's just something, you know, that's a rating system, but it does mean something, right? It means something.
I mean, people like their beer.
Yeah, the Speedway Stout. So I got their website up here. I like to just kind of highlight a couple of things. So as we said, it's 12%. So this is a banger. This is really strong. The bitterness actually is at 70 IBU. Now, the interesting thing about the IBU is the actual calculation of that can be misleading. So you might see 70 on one beer, 70 on another, and the bitterness varies. So it's
Why
not
is that?
consistent.
Because the way they pull it out of the brewery.
I don't know, but it is a common theme amongst, you know, kind of beer snobs, is that you can't rely solely on the IBU metric. It's just a guide. Yeah, it's not completely accurate.
But I want to point something out, Nate, because a lot of people don't know this, and whether they're watching the show live or you're watching it later, alcohol percent is different than IBU.
IBU is the International Bitterness Unit.
Yeah, it's
right?
much different.
It's measuring bitterness. So a double IPA is going to be in the 100. I don't know. Guys, I'm not 100% on top of this, but about 100 to 120. Then you're going to get to something like a Macro, a Budweiser. That's going to be down to like 8. So you're not going to taste anything. So the IBU is for bitterness. ABV is alcohol by volume.
Good. Okay. Yeah. So if you guys are watching this and you're just, you know, checking this out for the first time, or you're watching it, whatever, when we talk about this, remember, ABV is alcohol by volume. So that is usually a lower percentage. If you're up above 10%, you know it's something strong. If it's something at 20%, well, check our data, because you're probably going to be unconscious afterwards. So when you talk ABV, alcohol by volume, you're talking about stuff that's usually 3% to typically 12% being the highest, right? And so what Nate is talking about is IBU. And Nate, what does that stand for?
I think it's International Bitterness
Units. Okay, International Bitter Units. And it's how much bitterness is, and that's typically, like he said, above like usually like 60 to 100, maybe even higher. Okay, and that is going to be your IPAs that are going to be, you know, usually your typical 90 and above. And like you said earlier, your macros are going to be low on that because, well, they're just not that bitter. It's kind of like a cereal grassy flavor.
Yeah, it's neutral, right?
Yeah.
So here it actually states International Bitterness Unit. So now you guys know when we talk about IBU, that's exactly what we're talking about. Now, back onto AleSmith, and more in particular, the Speedway Stout. You know, the way that they kind of, you know, they say that this is a beer that can age well. I'm not a big fan of aging beers. I don't know about you, Danny, but you get into the aging process on Doppelbock and Triple Box and some of these other beers that you kind of keep on a shelf for a lot of years. There's a flavor that comes with it that I'm not a big fan of, but this is a beer that you can do that with, apparently. They say to drink it out of a tulip. If you're going to pair it, I can just read this because I'm not a master, but this beer's great balance makes it a very food-friendly imperial stout. Pair its roasty flavors and robust mouthfeel with rich beef dishes and char-grilled foods. So
sounds like
counterintuitive.
a dish. Let's see.
What's that?
Sounds like a dish. Let's go eat.
I mean, would you want to eat something heavy and then follow it up with a heavy that you would?
If depends. If I'm going out with a girl, no, because already my breath. If you happen to get lucky and it's not your wife or somebody you've been dating a long time, and you get lucky, you're going to be farting all night, and there's no way around that. Okay, so if you're going to be just meeting people and stuff like that, you better be careful, because if you get some weird restaurant that puts minced garlic on their asparagus with your steak and potatoes, along with this one, stinky ass breath guy.
Yeah, dude. And if you're a smoker too, and then
But I will say, because I like them the most, 2 smash burgers and 2 beers like this on a patio. You know what I mean? Yeah.
By the way, how have your smash burgers been coming out?
Well, since this has come up, I think probably you're right. I think you're pretty close to mastering it. Okay, I would say that you're probably at top level, but and I'm going to take a couple of recommendations from you. I did a couple of things that I probably would change up. I'm going to try it again this weekend, but one thing is definitely got to use the metal spatula, because when I was peeling with that rubber plastic thing, it put half. Yeah, it put half on the left half on the.
So the whole thing is it's grabbing to the skillet. The meat is being pressed, so you need it's almost like a knife. You're kind of you're taking a blade and shoving it through, and you're catching everything. So that's the crispiness that hits the ground beef. So if you're using a rubber spatula, like you said, half's going to stick. You're missing. I'm going to send you a spatula.
No, I mean, I just feel like that is the one thing that I missed. There's a couple other tries that I'm going to have to do, and I do think that the meat that I chose wasn't the right one, because I got 85% lean.
It's okay. You got to do 80-20.
Okay, so yeah, so I think a little more fatty would have been better. But hey, the good thing is I'm definitely going to try it. There's a couple of things I definitely want on. The cheese, I definitely got that right. The shredded sharp cheddar. That's the way to go.
Oh, hell yeah.
And the brioche bun. You can't beat it, Nate.
You can't. And so and now you're a classic American burger guy. You like lettuce, tomato, onion, ketchup, mustard, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers, man.
Guys, if you see this, I mean, the accessibility, we'll talk about it later, but if you see this anywhere, get it.
I don't feel that it's as strong as I thought it would be. Maybe it comes in later. Maybe it hooks you. Going back to what you were saying about aged ales, well, there's some aged ales out there that I'd like to try. One of the things I want to point out, here in the United States, I'm not sure wherever you're watching from, but one of the things here in the United States is there's been a huge push on these stouts. A few years ago, probably from about 2010 to 2018, and then that was the going up, the level, and now they're just going to continue to level. But IPAs were huge. Who's going to make the IPA? Who's going to do it? Because the thing is not who's doing it, but who's talking about they don't like it. That was the key to me, because everyone was like, I heard people talking about IPAs that never talk about anything other than doing Coors Light. And so when that was prevalent, I knew that they were doing it. And if you look around, every company, every brewery has an IPA. So I would say probably from about 2018 up until now, we're still peaking towards the stout. Okay, people are creating these stouts like Al Smith. You'll see it more. Of course, we did last week the greatest stout, I think, in any stout hemisphere, stratosphere, atmosphere, whatever the hell you want to call it, was the Samuel Smith's organic chocolate. That was the best. That was
the best regular stout.
Just stout.
Just stout, right? Because there's such a major difference. You can't compare a Speedway Stout to the organic Samuel Smiths.
Well, that was also this stout is hard to compare with a lot of them if you're talking stouts. But here's the thing with that: you have to be talking to people that actually know what a stout is, right? Most people, when we're talking about stouts, there's probably like 20% that know what the hell a stout is. There's 80% that just call it black beer.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all about the process and the ingredients that they're using. They're clearly using a chocolate barley or a dark or a black barley, coffee barley, something like that. There's all different iterations, but different styles. But yeah, I mean, I think you're right. When people think of stout, they only think of Guinness, and Guinness is good in its baseline, but it's basically like a test run for stout.
Yeah. And Nate, I think I'm looking forward to a movement. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. Maybe me and you will whip something up. Who would love to see a Travel Man Dan Test Bunny double Bach? Okay, that's the one that I'm most Bach, man. That's the one I'm most interested in because a lot of people don't know about it. Yep. The wave hasn't hit. Yep. It's specifically known within like Belgium, Austria, Germany. Okay, and people don't know about it, but that beer to me was the most solid flavor. It brings a lot of what I like in a beer to the forefront. I just felt like it was an overall thing.
Well, so Brendan, whose birthday? Happy birthday, right?
Happy birthday, Brendan.
He just got a Doppelbock, and he was also impressed. And I said, Doppelbock is basically like a German party beer, right? It's like a celebratory beer. All the names out of Germany when they have a Doppelbock, it's like celebrator, aggravator, whatever. It's all these weird terms because it's fuel. It's a Budweiser basically, right? That's at 7%.
Huh.
That's a Doppelbock. It's a lager pilsner elevated in ABV.
Huh. Interesting. Well, hey guys, look, I hope that you're having a good time. This has probably been one of the most beer-specific, informative shows that we've had. This is what we're drinking. It's from Al Smith Brewing Company. It is a Speedway Stout. I just want to go ahead and say real quickly, we are not sponsored. We don't get any money for promoting these beers, for drinking and reviewing them. But if I was going to do a sponsorship, I would love to get a sponsorship with Al Smith.
They're awesome.
I think, they're really great. I think another brewery that I really like is Boulevard. I love Stone. We haven't done Stone in a while. Maybe we'll kind of ring them in and bring it in. But Al Smith's a great company. We've done a lot of research on them and their brewery and the people that put behind this beer. And the Speedway Stout, now I can feel the 12% kicking in. So Nate,
dude, I mean, I've been feeling it for 10 minutes. I feel happy. I feel light, right? Like, the thing about stout is everybody thinks it's such a heavy beer. I don't find this to be heavy.
No, not at all.
I think I did when I first tasted it. Now it's less so. But, maybe that's just the alcohol talking. But it's easy to drink. It's approachable for 12%. It tastes more like an 8% beer.
Yes, Barrow is watching. He's like the only one watching. But
that's okay. Barrow, dude, we're here for you, man.
Barrow, that's why we absolutely love you, man. And I promise you, I'm not full of horse shit. When I tell you, I will come to India one day. Once the schedule works out, Nate will be with me. We're going to come and visit you. You're going to show us around your hometown. We're going to go and check out the Taj Mahal, and it's going to be wonderful. Josh Hall, yes. All right, the 12 knocks off the edge.
Boy, does it ever.
Yes.
It drops you off the edge.
First of all, thank you, Josh. You are the new person that's popped up. I appreciate you stopping by and checking it out. Let's go ahead and whack this down, Nate, and give it a score and get out of here.
I don't know if I can. All right, I'm not going to whack it down, but I'm ready to score. I can't whack this down. Dude, what are you doing? He did it.
Nate won't do it. Yes,
I don't think he will.
Nate won't do it.
I don't think he will.
Nate won't. Whack that sucker down, bro.
I'm not slamming this thing. Let's go.
Do it for Josh.
I want to enjoy it.
You can whack that sucker down and
I got another second one.
All right, let's get out. Yeah, come on, baby. Oh, we pulled off. All right. Guys, let's get into the taste.
Hello, Josh.
I felt like the taste was good. I did taste a lot of bean.
I felt like the taste was good.
That was great.
I felt like the taste was good.
Oh, my motherfucker. You know what? I've got my balls busted all day by this lady at work that I work with. and we're good friends, but I heard her telling somebody, hey, Aunt Jenny, she was mimicking my voice.
Well, you can do. You have a unique voice. You should take this flattering.
Well, eating and whack.
Now I know who it is.
I don't know who it is. Maybe Cindy has an alias. But I heard this woman making fun of me going, I can't take you talk too much. Guys, look, I like to talk. I'm alive. I'm going to be dead one day. I don't know if that'll be tomorrow. I don't know if that'll be in 80 years from now. But I'm going to talk as much as I physically can. And that's just the way it is.
Hey, Danny, I got a question for you. Who is the lead character in the National Lampoon's movies?
That's Chevy Chase?
No. What's the name of the actual character, not the actor?
Oh, Clark Griswold.
There you go.
What the hell is that?
That's Josh Hall.
You got Chevy Chase or Clark from Hong Kong? Oh,
Chevy Griswold, dude.
Oh, all right. Well, Clark Griswold, Chevy Chase. We're gonna go ahead and give this guy a score. Like I said, the taste felt like I was drinking some old wax bean juice out of an old perforated can. But as I got into it, I think Nate's right. I think it had a nice roasted, malty flavor to it. I think overall, I didn't taste a lot of the coffee. I like a real strong, pungent coffee flavor. I don't think this one had it. I felt like the chocolate, it was non-existent for me, to be honest with you. But I feel like it did taste pretty good. It tasted like a stout should. Okay. He's delightful, says Josh Hall. Looking forward to tomorrow's show. My man Barrow, we are looking forward to you being there. Overall, decent beer. I'm going to give it a 3.5 on taste. Nate?
4.5.
Ooh, he's getting right into it.
It's way better than – it's not an average beer. This is an above-average beer. I don't know if it's at the level of a KBS or at the level of – what's the one we just recently did? But it's up there.
Samuel Smith.
Yeah, Sam Smith. It's up there. I love it. I taste the chocolate. I definitely taste the coffee. But, everybody's palate's a little bit different. So for me, 4.5.
Nice. All right, price. Here's where we're going to get into it. All right, for me, it was for 4 cans, $13.99 times 8% sales tax in California. You're looking at $16.11. So let's say $4 a can. But you know what? They give you 12 ABV. And I think that's pretty dang good. You're gonna feel good. If you buy $16 worth of beer and you drink 4 cans, I would say you're pretty good. You're going to get friggin' smashed rather than drink a 30-pack. So I think the price is pretty good. Although it's expensive, it's not a beer I mind ponying up to the cashier to buy. So price for me, I'm going to go ahead and give it a score of 4.0. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's worth it.
I don't know. For me, it was $4.99 for a single can. So obviously, I wasn't getting the discount that you got for buying a 4-pack, and I should have. But it was $4.99, so I'm going to ding it just a little bit. I'm going to give it a 3.5, which is not a bad score. But, I mean, it's a little bit pricey, if I'm being honest, but it is 12%, so I'm kind of torn on it. 3.5.
Hey, take us into the design.
Design, so style. We're going to go right in the style. Now, for me, right, this can, there's a lot to like about this can. So on the front, we've got the Speedway Stout. You see Ale Smith real big here. It tells you that's an Imperial Stout with coffee. You've got the checkered flag that's really being promoting the Speedway Stout. But you also have this kind of description here about the beer. I can read it for you. Chocolate and roasted malts dominate the flavor, supported by notes of dark fruit, toffee, and caramel. A healthy dose of locally roasted coffee added to each batch further brings out the brew's chocolate notes and enhances its drinkability. This beer will continue to mature for many years to come. I like the fact that they have that on there. I love that they have Ale Smith this big. For me, the black, it really is telling you what's inside the can. There's not very many cans you see that are this dark and this black. For me, I give it a 4.0.
Wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think going with the Al Smith, they definitely bring more to the table than your average brewery. They developed this can, and hate the Raiders, but I love the colors, right? Black and white, whatever. But one of the things that I noticed about this thing that I really like, and I don't know if this is me, this is a little too much detail, a little intricacy or whatever. The whole can is black, right? That's kind of cool. It does talk about this thing.
Even the cap, the top.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Even this. Check this guys out. It's
cool.
You never see this. You never see this. This right here is such a small detail that separates it from the rest of the crowd. It just separates it. Like any other beer that you see, why they don't color this thing?
I agree.
I don't know, because it's silly. It's like what they do is they take the can aluminum and they put the sticker on it. But what they've done, they've also put the sticker on, but somehow they've managed to say, you know what, let's make ourselves just that 1% difference, and let's go ahead and cover this part black. I think that's so genius. I think that's innovative. I think that's so different, and I love that they do that. So for that, I'm going to give them on design a 4.5. Nate, I think that's a
4.5.
No, I completely blacked out.
That's what happens when you drink a 12% stout.
12% will definitely get you. So let's go. We're going longer than we've ever gone just talking about beer. I love it. This is the Just One Beer Show. I'm Travel Man Dan. This is the Test Bunny next to me. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Maybe you catch it on a replay. Now I want to talk about real quick about the accessibility. Like I said, Southern California, Al Smith. I think you can find this pretty much anywhere in San Diego. Los Angeles, pretty much more accessible. Las Vegas is probably the cutoff. Maybe Salt Lake City. Maybe, possibly. Well-known.
There's a weird. I think they're probably all over California, and then the different states probably gets a little bit hairier.
There's a weird divide at Fresno.
Is there?
The NorCal, SoCal thing, because you got to understand something about California. Is California, as opposed to the East Coast, would be like
New York, Delaware.
Bro, not even like Vermont to Georgia, and not Georgia. Maybe let's say North Carolina. Yeah, it's Charlotte.
Yeah, you're right.
To Charlotte, you know what I mean? It's a huge, and then you'd have like Southern California being like South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida, which is it's hard to conceptualize how big California is. California is massive, and that's why we get what we get. But accessibility, not too good nationwide, not too good worldwide. I'm going to ding them on that at 2.5. Nate, what do you got?
Yeah, I think you're probably right, spot on there. I think it is accessible more than you believe in the States, but when you get international, it's nowhere.
Nowhere.
You know, maybe some kind of like ridiculous craft beer spot out of England or London or something. But yeah, for the most part, you're not going to be able to find it outside the West Coast, maybe some of the East Coast. 2.5 for me.
Which is another reason why Al Smith, if you ever run across this video, go ahead, give us a sponsorship, and we will promote the hell out of your beer as we travel the world.
They like every one of your tweets, Danny.
They do. Al Smith's proper, dude. Barrow says, "I will drink with you."
I will drink as much as you can. Barrow times 10
for the first time. Barrow, my man, dude. Byra, I just may change all my travel plans and come to India. I got something in store for next year, hopefully, if all COVID presides. I'm going to be starting international travel again, but we'll see. Let's go on with the TMD X Factor. Look, I'm going to tell you, I love Al Smith. I believe in their company. I believe in their brewery. I think they put out a great product. I love the can. I love this little, how it's black on top. I just like what they do. I like that this beer is 12%. I like they call it Speedway. I love the raceway. I'm not really into NASCAR, but I love the drag races. I
Me
think
too.
Al Spencer's nailed it. I'm going to go ahead and give him a 4.0 on this, Nate. What do you got?
This is X Factor, right?
X Factor. The test.
Yeah,
X Factor.
I'm doing the same thing, 4.0. I like everything about it too. I love the fact that it's a stout. I like the fact that, so first of all, I don't know if everybody knows, but this is not the only version of the Speedway Stout. There's multiple versions of the
Is there?
So the Speedway Stout itself, it's a year-round option for AleSmith, but they do have seasonal brews. And I don't know if I can see it here. Maybe I can help you guys out quickly and give you some info. Seasonal specialty. All right. So they have a Speedway Stout, Mexican dark chocolate, sea salt, Mexican coffee.
They
have Speedway Stout, Mostra coffee and coconut. We got to try that. And then they have a Speedway Stout, espresso and vanilla. So, I just like everything about this beer. I like the fact it's a stout. I like the fact that it's AleSmith. I love the can. It pops you. It's a banger. 4.0.
Yeah, I got to agree with that. And that's why I'm going to go ahead and give it a great score. Guys, I've totaled up all the numbers. The only thing that's really dinged this beer has been the accessibility, but hopefully me and Nate can go ahead and promote the hell out of this brewery, promote the hell out of this beer. And, Nate, I think you guys may or may not know, but I have a surgery coming up in October. I'm going to be laid out for the rest of the year. So hopefully maybe we can get down into San Diego sometime in between that. Go ahead and introduce ourselves. Maybe AleSmith will be hooked. But, guys, I'm going to go ahead and give this particular beer, the AleSmith Brewing Company Speedway Stout, an 18.5. An excellent score.
Dude, come on.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Come on.
What do you mean, come on?
25.
Wow. Hey. Wow, Nate. That's crazy.
You know what? It's so deserving of an 18.5, which our line is what, 16.5, 16?
16. I know when you look at the numbers, it should be 12.5, but it just doesn't make sense because we don't really bag on beers that much. Like, we don't give beers.
We're not snobby about it.
The fact that they're creating a beer, we don't bag on them and give them a below it. But the fact that we both got the same score on the Just One Beer Show, you know what I think that calls for? Let's let the tape run. Let's run to the refrigerator, get the second Speedway, and get this party stalling and going and rolling. What do you say, Nate? How about another beer?
Sure.
Worry about those farts in your covers with your wife? Don't worry about it.
Man, I cannot do another one of these beers.
What?
On the show?
Yep. I'm going to get mine right now. Talk to me, dog.
Okay. So, as you can see, I did an 18.5. I just love the beer. I don't know how Travelman Dan's able to get another one down. I don't know if you guys can see the red in my face and the bloodshot in my eyes. But that's from one. I'm not even done with it. I'm not done with the first one. And if I drink another one, it's going to be bad. So, I don't know what else I can talk about while he's not here. Let me see. Let me see what I can find in my little book here about stouts. Don't leave the show, guys. Don't leave the show.
No, guys, I'm just kidding, guys. Like, I'm back. Guys, listen,
thank God.
This is Just One Beer. I'm not going to put you up to it. I just thought I would because, well, I'm wearing a costume, so I might as well make it fun.
You're feeling good right now.
Yeah, I'm feeling it, right? But, guys, that's going to pretty much do it for us. This is Just One Beer. It's remarkable that we both gave this AleSmith Speedway Stout a score of 18.5. Look soon to go ahead and check out, to download the PDF. What the hell is this? No way. Nate says, awesome. I like his hairstyle. Okay, but that doesn't bother me. But this one, Martin. Oh, man. Woo! Martin. I thought you were a Bills fan, Martin. Oh, no.
Fly, Eagles, fly. 32-0. Thank you, Martin. Martin, you are invited to Vegas whenever you want.
Martin is invited anywhere he wants. He's the one that donated the Jim Kelly signed autograph jersey. And, man, Yeah. Anyway, guys.
Can you take the hat off for a second? Look at that.
We got some. Hey guys, how's it going, Joe?
Dude? You look great.
Travel Man Dan's got thick hair. What are you gonna do?
He does. He's definitely got thick hair.
A lot of people call it newscaster hair. Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Guys, that's gonna do it for us. We're gonna be here on this channel, on this same program, live on Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This Sunday and each and every Sunday, we got some delicious beers. Got to send you something else. Keep forgetting, Martin. Well, you're going to make me cry, bro. Well, anyway.
Don't cry.
Don't cry. Bills are awesome. Eagles are okay. Guys, thank you so much for
Bills
joining
by
us.
$1 billion.
Thank you so much for joining us. Nate, do you have anything to say in parting?
No, I'm shit-faced from this 12% beer. Go out and try it. But thank God I'm not drinking another one because it would be a fucking disaster. Enjoy your night, everybody. Love you more than a friend.
Good show. Remind me to plan better for the Friday night episode. Listen, Josh, they just pop up whenever we feel like doing them.
Josh, I'll tell you.
Oh,
number 12.
Oh, man. Martin says, I got Cunningham as well. A little bit different of a body. But that's okay. Hey, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for joining us. We went really long tonight. I appreciate it. I'm Travel Man Dan. That's the Test Bunny. Thanks for joining us. It's a big world out there. Make sure you see every bit of it. See you Sunday.